Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Mac Phillips, and this is episode 2. And today is the 15th, and if you don't know, there's 31 books in Proverbs, and I I'm gonna speak about the 14th one because I read it yesterday and it really spoke to me. Usually, every time before I read, I'm always like, Lord, please speak to me, and He does, but this one just hit different. And yeah, we're just gonna go over it. So, we'll start off with uh, verse number 4, and it's gonna get super more. I'm gonna talk about it more when we get down. All right, so it says, "Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox." So where no oxen are. This is why I wrote, "Where no oxen slash sin," because God cleaned us of our sin. The crib is clean, so where the devil isn't, the crib is clean. And 5 says, faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will bitter lie. I mean, that's kind of just like you can kind of figure out what that means. A scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. So early in Proverbs, like Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, it says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and understanding." Or it's like something in understanding. And understanding, people have understanding, they also have wisdom. So a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. And a false and but knowledge is easy unto him that has understanding. And I don't know what book it was in, but it was like, if you seek God with your whole heart, you will find Him. And a lot of people talk about how they went away from Christianity because they never felt His presence and stuff. And when people tell me that, I just say that people want to find God's presence. They want to figure out who God is, but they won't seek Him with their whole heart. I mean, that's something you should live by, seeking God with your whole heart and put inside other stuff, put inside your flesh. And then, yeah, and verse 7 says, "Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge." So, foolish people try to give you stuff that's not true. So, we should go away from him when thou perceivest not in the lips of knowledge. So, when that does not give us knowledge, because there will be people who try to, tell us wrong stuff and get us to go down wrong paths, but that does not lead us to the kingdom. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. It's kind of self-forward. Fools will make a mock at sin until it comes to the day of judgment. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. But among the righteous there is favor. When you turn to God, you'll get favor, you'll get wisdom, you'll get respect. 10 says, "The heart knoweth his own bitterness, and a stranger's not intermeddle with his joy." 11, "The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish." I cannot read right now, but um, it's kind of self-put too, you know. Uh, God is our stronghold, and Matthew talked about how a wise man will build his house on the rocks, and the winds blew, and the storms came, and the rain poured, and his house stayed because it was found on the rocks. And a foolish man will build his house on the sand. And the floods came, and the rains came, and the wind blew, and the house fell over because it was found on the sand. And same for our lives. If we build our house on God, we will flourish. We will stay strong. But if we build our house on with not God, then we will fall over. And there's this thing that my dad was preaching about one Sunday, and we were at Fripp like a year ago. We went this year, but a year ago we went, and he was preaching about how they were in the water and they drifted away, and they looked up and they didn't see the stuff there, and they're like, "Wow, did someone start stuff?" And they looked over and they saw it. And he did things with it, with like my sister and stuff. If we stayed still and just stare at him, then we will not drift apart. And the longer we focus on this, we will get deeper in sand, which means like, and the waves will come crashing at you harder, trying to get you to move and move. But we will be strong because we are focused on that. So it's the same, we are focused on God, but the second we look away, like Peter did when he was walking on water, we'll sink. So if we stay focused on God, all these troubles and tribulations will come on us. But we're focused on Him, so we will be fine. All right. All right, this is good. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end therefore are the ways of death. That's the word. All right, I'm gonna probably go over this for a little bit. All right, a lot of Christians, but yeah, I'm gonna go to heaven. Just I'm gonna go to heaven, but they don't live like how Christ would. I mean, none of us will ever be as good as Jesus was, but we are called to live how He was. So forgive others, love each other, but people, there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end therefore the way is unto death. So a lot of people think they're living the right way, and a lot of people think they're living how God would want us to, but their acts don't show it. Like to other people, they don't show it. They do stuff that they shouldn't, and there's a way which seemeth right. It seems right to them that it seems like they're doing the right stuff, but at the end, it causes death. And that's what we have to warn each other about, because a lot of Christians, a lot of people say they know God, but say they know how powerful God is. But even Satan knew how powerful God was. Because if you could say you know God, but if you don't obey Him, there's no what's it called? There's no relationship. I could say I know someone from like my school or something, but I don't know them like personally. Like oh yeah, I know them, but like I don't really know like what they've gone through and stuff. But you can't say you know someone if you don't know them, because like I said last episode, you can't lose something you never had. And all right, now the 13th said, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the ends of that mirth is heaviness. The backslider in heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rages and is in confidence. So yeah, this whole passage, like I said, is talking about how we should depart from evil, apart from people who not lead us close to God. And uh, there's a Bible verse in Proverbs like there's a man who's has many companies, but there's a man who sticks closer than a brother, who is closer than a brother, and we should really watch who we're hanging out with, because they might not lead us closer to Christ. They might not lead us closer to who we want to be in the future. And I always tell all my friends this. I told this one of my friends this, and because he was hanging out with bad people, I was like, whoever you hang out with, you're gonna be. Like, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. And a lot of times we just go by these verses like, oh yeah, I know that, or oh yeah, I memorized that. But whenever you actually take time, just think about it and think about what it means and how you can apply it, really good. And I'm just saying this because we should really watch out who we hang out with, because we should hang out with people who bring us closer to God and who not stray us away. All right, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Like says again, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and she is more precious than rubies. And that goes along with this, because the prudent, people who are of God will inherit wisdom, and wisdom, when King Solomon, I think, yeah, it was King Solomon, he could have got anything he wanted. He chose to have wisdom, and wisdom, you know, can lead us very far. And I don't really know where I'm going with that though. So, but you know, the so there's also, I do want to speak on this a little bit. There's this Bible verse. Um, so many people misconceive it. They think it means something else. She's more precious than rubies. Nothing you can desire can come close to her. And a lot of people think it's talking about love, and like she, as in a girl, is more precious than rubies. But it's talking about wisdom. The whole book of Proverbs is about wisdom. And what's it called? So she is more precious than rubies. She, as in wisdom. So wisdom is more precious than rubies. Wisdom is more precious than money. Rubies, as in spiritual wealth. I mean, no, not spiritual wealth, the physical wealth. What am I talking about? And she is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare to her. So nothing you desire compares to the knowledge that God gives us. All right, so I'm gonna skip a little bit. See that. All right, I think I'm gonna stop it. I think I'm gonna say this. This is verse 22. Do they not err that devise evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. In all labor there is profit. In all labor there is profit. Do they not err that devise evil? But mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good. So mercy and truth devise. So if we cause good, or if we're just walking around trying to make some trouble, walking around trying to make some fights and beef and stuff, and like that's not good. But we walking around just trying to make peace, and that's good. That's showing the gospel out of us. That's showing Jesus out of us. And keep reading a little bit. There's this one verse I really want to get to, and it's really good. All right. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. All I'm going to say here is that your words matter. What you say matters. Because you could say something to someone as a joke, but it would not mean as a joke to them. It would not be as a joke to them. Whatever you say to someone matters, because you could lead someone. You could say something very rude to someone, and then you could say it as a joke, like just laughing it off, but they could take it such a different way. And we shouldn't be hating on people as Christians. We should love each other and forgive each other as Christ forgave us. And there's a lot that we could do, but that doesn't mean we should do it. Just because you can doesn't mean you shouldn't. And just as Christians, we shouldn't hate on anybody because I don't think you remember any time when you were doing something bad and God was hating on you. Like, oh, look at him, he's sinning again. I don't want to talk to him. Like, he's never hated on you, so why should you hate on them? All right, the fear of the uh, in the fear of the Lord, strong confidence, and His children shall have a place of refuge. God should be our place to go to when we are sad. He should be our place to go to when we're depressed. He should be our place to go to when we are having these bad thoughts or lustful thoughts in our brain. He should be our place. He should be the place we go to. We shouldn't go to the world. We should go to Him. Y'all can hear Sullivan playing courtesy of the red, white, and blue downstairs on guitar. So God should be the place that we go. And we shouldn't go to the world. We should go to God. And I wonder if y'all can hear him or not, but I can. He's like yelling down there. Where are we at? So the fear of the Lord is the fountain of life. To depart from the snares of death. He's the fountain of life. Bring everything to Him because He is the fountain. He will fill you up. This world will not fill you up. He will fill you up. This world will not fulfill you. He will fulfill you. He is the fountain of life. I don't think it ever says in the Bible the world is the fountain of life. You know who is the fountain of life? God is the fountain of life. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalts his folly. A lot of the words in Proverbs written by King Solomon are very, just put forth. You don't have to really think about it much. But a lot of some of the stuff you do have to think about. Oh no, I dropped the mic. Oh crap, keep dropping it. But, and he that oppresses the poor reproaches his maker. But he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. See, look, if we show God, like if we be nice to people, we are showing God in us. And we should just be nice to everybody. The wicked is driven away in his own wickedness, but the righteous hath hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that have understanding. But that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Righteous exalteth a nation, but sin is reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but the wrath is against him that causeth shame. We should live for God. We should live for Him. We shouldn't just say we know Him and go live any other way. We should live for Him. These past couple months, I've really started to really focus on God. I've been going through stuff still, like not like physical stuff, but like mental wars. I'm still going through that, but I know that my life is not made in this world, but it's made in God. And I know that I'm going to go through battles, and you should know that you're going to go through battles, but God wouldn't put you in anything that you couldn't handle. And there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in your life, but you just got to trust Him. You got to love others. Let Christ shine through you. Now, I'll probably do one more this week about a kind of like long one about how to live for Christ and what does living for Christ mean, how to apply Him to your heart. I made a short one on TED Talk, but I'm going to make I'm gonna make a long one, just like really breaking it down a lot. And yeah, well, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye.